Coming off a 2-0 day, let's talk NLCS Game 2. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and that's right, I got a smile on my face. We had a 2-0 day yesterday. Thank goodness. Boy, did we need that. That's right. We will get into that in a second, but we are here to talk NLCS Game 2 between the D-backs and the Phillies. But first, how about them Rangers? Holy smokes. A 5-4 win over the Astros. They are now 6-0 in the playoffs. They keep finding ways to win. They held off an Astros late rally. I am just blown away by this team right now. They are a team on a mission. And, I don't hate it because I'm not a huge Astros fan. Not that I'm a Rangers fan or anything, but just good for them, man. That's pretty cool to see. But, anyways, in this video, we are still going to give you good hitter matchups. That's right. We have four of them for you. The pitcher report, which is just one team or two teams, one matchup. And I got a best bet for this game and a lean. Hopefully, we can make it 3 wins in a row. Before we dive in, hit that like button, leave a comment below, help this channel grow. And as you know, we are getting close to 7,000 subscribers. I cannot even believe it. It's just insane. So thank you guys. It's all because of you guys, all the daily comments, the likes, and all that. So thank you. But without further ado, let's go right into the bets recap. All right, there it is, the 2-0 mini sweep. Phillies money line under 10.5, plus 100 was a nice little winner there. Phillies won the game pretty easily. The under 10.5, it got a little dicey for a while because it looked like the Phillies were not going to stop scoring. They had some bases loaded opportunities, but luckily it stayed under the 10.5. Marcus Semien, 1+ hit and over 6.5. This cashed in the fifth inning, I believe, maybe earlier. Semien had 2 hits. The over hit, it was 5-4 games, so they got 9 runs for a nice winner there. You haven't seen the record in the playoffs because we haven't been on in a while, but we lost all four playoff futures in the the divisional round. So we went from 2-2 and up money to 2-6. We also had an 0-3 day last week that killed us, but 2-0 gets us back to 7-11. 7-11, always open. Minus 3.15 units. Let's get back to even. And by the way, the future bet in this series was Bryce Harper to have the most home runs at plus 750. He is now tied with, I think, 3 or 4 other players because he hit a bomb. He delivered on his birthday. Let's get some more home runs and cash that plus 750. But that's the bets recap. Let's get into the good hitter matchups. All right, we got 4, 2 from each team. Trey Turner, 9 for 21 with 3 doubles versus Merrill Kelly. That's a heck of a matchup right there. That's pretty good, 9 for 21. Then we got JT Realmuto, 3 for 9, 1 double and 1 home run off of Kelly. And then Evan Longoria, 3 for 8, 1 double versus Aaron Nola. And Jake McCarthy for the D-backs, 4 for 8, 1 double, 1 triple, and 1 home run versus Aaron Nola. I know a few of these are only 8 or 9 at bats, but you know what? Just one game. Just want to make sure I gave you guys all the info. So that's it. Those are the good hitter matchups. And now let's check out that teeny tiny pitcher report. All right, there it is, guys. You already know the matchup: Kelly versus Nola. These are kind of interesting numbers, and I'm going to break them down home and away splits also because I think that's important in these kind of games. So I'll break that down when I get into the best bets and all that. But overall, similar K numbers. The walk percentage is much higher for Merrill Kelly. That has risen this year, giving up a little more hard contact than usual. But he's been due for negative regression for a while. As you can see, Nola 4.46 ERA with a low 3.67 expected ERA. So, and he's limited a lot of walks, getting strikeouts and all that. So that's the pitcher report. And now it's time for the best bet. All right, here we go. It is game 2 of the NLCS. We got the Phillies money line minus 152, D-backs money line plus 128 with an over-under of 7.5 runs. Let's break down the crap out of this matchup because why not? We got one game, right? Let's talk some baseball. Merrill Kelly versus the Phillies this year. In one start, he threw 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, and struck out 7 in Arizona. Aaron Nola versus the D-backs this season. He had one start, through 6.2 innings, gave up 4 earned runs, and struck out 9 in Arizona. Now, here's the home and away splits I want to get into. It's pretty drastic for these guys, especially Aaron Nola. But Merrill Kelly on the road this season, 4.07 ERA, 22.7% K rate, 35.8% hard hit rate. So that's on the road. Now, at home, where he's not this game, if you didn't know that, 2.59 ERA, and his K rate goes from 22.7 to 29% K rate when he's at home, and a 36% hard hit rate. So he strikes out a lot less guys when he's on the road, and his ERA goes from 2.59 to 4.07. Now let's look at Aaron Nola at home this year, where he is going to be pitching this game. 3.29 ERA, 28.6% K rate, and 32% hard hit rate. Compare that to on the road. 5.43 ERA on the road, 23.1% K rate, and 32.5% hard hit rate. So the hard hit rates don't change much for these pitchers home and away, but the ERAs and the K rate sure do. I mean, Nola, 3.29 ERA at home compared to 5.43 on the road. And his K rate jumps up to 28.6 from 23.1 when he's at home. So Aaron Nola is the guy you want to tail when he's at home and probably fade when he's on the road this year. And Merrill Kelly is obviously better at home too. I mean, with a 2.59 ERA, but it jumps to over 4 when he's on the road. So, missing more bats facing this Phillies lineup is not going to be good. But just want to give those splits so you guys have them and have an idea on what's going on. Now, my best bet in this game, it's going to be a simple one. I am taking the over 7.5. I saw that at minus 118 on FanDuel. I think the line is at 8 now on DraftKings, if I'm not mistaken. I don't mind that either, but I will gladly take 7.5 to get a winner at 8. I think this total's too low, guys. We got two smoking hot offenses, and they just scored 8 in game one, and they should have had a lot more. Like I said, there was bases loaded opportunities, guys on base everywhere for the Phillies. They got to Zach Gallen pretty quickly and pretty easily. And I think they get to Kelly here. Kelly's going to be pitching on the road where he just turns into kind of an average pitcher, a slightly above average pitcher. And this is Philly. This is not just on the road. This is in Philly in the playoffs. That is not easy to do. I like the Phillies team total over two. I think they scored a decent amount of runs in this game. They can hit it out of the park at any moment. I mean, as you saw Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Castellanos. They hit bombs early on in that game. They can do it again, and those were three solo bombs too. So it could have got ugly for Gallen if there's guys on base. But like I mentioned, Kelly can give up some hard contact and not miss as many bats, which is not a good sign. On the other side, Aaron Nola. Obviously, he's more solid at home, but this D-backs offense is good. I mean, they're not going to team that's just going to get completely shut out by a guy like Aaron Nola, in my opinion. And the Phillies bullpen, they used a few really good arms, so that might have some advantages for this D-backs lineup later on in the game. I'm getting 8 runs to win this. 8 runs from two smoking hot offenses facing two really good pitchers, but not elite pitchers or guys that are unhittable or anything like that. Sign me up. Give me the over 7.5 as my best bet. And I also have a lean in this game. Now, my lean in this game is Merrill Kelly over 3.5 hits allowed at minus 145 on DraftKings. You can use this as a parlay piece or just bet it just like it is. I might sprinkle something on it, maybe throw an alt line with it as a two-leg parlay, but Gallen just gave up 8 hits in game one to this Phillies team. Kelly will easily give up 4 hits or more, in my opinion, guys. I'm surprised it's only minus 145 or that it's not at 4.5 hits, to be honest with you. Merrill Kelly has given up 83 hits in 84 innings on the road. This Phillies lineup, like I mentioned, is loaded. Loaded up and down. Schwarber, Trey Turner, Castellanos, Bryce Harper, Stott, Baum. I mean, guys, it's all over the place. I like this one. I almost made it a best bet, but minus 145 just got too juicy for me. So I'll stick to the over 7.5. But this is a lean, not official bet or anything. Merrill Kelly over 3.5. It's allowed. That's what we got. That is our best bet and lean. Let's check out the small and teeny tiny also bets recap. There it is. Over 7.5 runs, minus 118. And then the lean. Merrill Kelly over 3.5 hits allowed. That's what I got for you. Man, that was quick. One game. Crazy when you're used to talking like 15 games and then you just do one game and that's it. But leave a comment below. Let me know your best bet in this game. Who wins it? If I had to pick a side, I'm going Phillies money line. That's for sure. They are just really impossible to beat in Philadelphia, to be honest with you. So give me Philly to win. But that's what I got. Hopefully you guys have a great Tuesday. Thank you guys for the support. We got 2 NBA videos about to drop in the next few days for Eastern and Western Conference previews. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.